What's up?
Hey, Tiger King.
Yeah, I
You
still
ever?
haven't watched this. I've
I'm
not
gonna
seen the
ask
show yet.
you. Have
Yeah,
you?
no.
It's
Uh,
it
have
starts.
you?
Yes. So you just have to be okay knowing that you're watching it, just making fun of somebody. Like that's all it is.
Have you, after watching it, have you started to find any sort of like, truth to the conspiracy theory that this whole thing is just to dumb down the American public?
I haven't heard that one. It's because you just made it up right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So it's worth a watch if you're bored. It's
Oh,
pretty.
okay. Yeah, I'm
So
not
okay,
that bored yet.
today we're getting
Yeah.
back on our daily video path
Yes,
as
although
best
be
we
it
can.
virtually of much lower quality and from two different locations.
That's right, because we're
Yeah.
being safe.
Yeah,
So
I'm partway between a Glamour Shots high school photo shoot and Netflix, and you are in your recording studio slash insane asylum
yeah, it's just in case I run into the wall.
repeatedly. Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
okay, today I got my
yeah.
notes here. We're going to
Okay.
talk about
Uh-huh.
how in this
We're
new
talking about nubs?
notes,
Notes. Okay.
how in this new environment
Hmm.
are we handling appointments with clients?
Yeah. I think it's changed over the past 4 weeks, but I think finally we've gotten a little routine to it now, and I think it's
Yep,
working out. So you want me to go with listings or you want to start from the buyer side?
you start.
Okay.
You start.
So I will say with listings for the most part, listings that are occupied are still off the market,
Not
at
you're
least
not
for me.
you're taking them all off.
I I've taken them all off,
Okay.
and I check in with all my people that are temp off or withdrawn right now, and they still have little to no interest of getting themselves back on the market right now if they're occupied.
Okay.
Um, I am taking listing appointments to see new listings, but usually the conversation, is very normal up into the when will we list date, and that is then kind of left with when this is all over. Because I just find that most people who will be living in their house while they're listing it do not want their house in the market right
Sure. Sure.
now. My opinion, I'm not a huge fan of the virtual showing things. I wasn't before coronavirus. I'm not during coronavirus, and I probably won't be after coronavirus. But so while it's an option for all of our clients, it's not one that I would ever suggest someone buying a house after seeing a video or a FaceTime or a 3D tour or anything.
Right.
I think it's a great tool. I don't think it's there to make a final decision on. So,
Yeah, you had mentioned something. I don't know if it was on a recorded video or just you and I talking, but
right.
um, you could kind of see this creating a path where more offers are done um, with an as-is right to terminate instead of like a home inspection contingency. And maybe that's
Yeah.
a safe way to, if you need to move and you can't see the house physically, there that's always an avenue. This is
It
probably not the best,
is.
but it's a way.
Yeah. I mean, I still, at the end of the day, I mean, look, I think I cannot see myself ever advising someone to buy a house off of a virtual experience.
Right.
Um, like I would happily see a house for someone, a million times over. It's still not the same.
Right.
We can send inspectors in. It's still not the same. I mean, you can probably attest this. I mean, I'm still running into, or I'm now starting to run into, just contextual issues of home inspections because the buyer a lot of times is not there at the inspector, and trying to hash those things out is hard when you're not there.
Right.
So buying a house in general without seeing it first, I think is even more difficult. Um, but we're still rolling strong with vacant listings. I mean, our business is fairly diversified, so we're pretty fortunate. Vacant listings we are treating fairly normal. I am leaving it up to the buyer's agent at their discretion on how they want to show the house. I am not allowing buyers into the house without an agent, or at least an agent there to unlock the house.
Right.
So I've gotten a couple calls about that. Like, can I just give my buyer the code? And I'm still saying no. Like, I still, to the best I can control it, I'm asking for an agent to be present,
Sure.
um, you know, at the showing.
Well, it's just a liability See.
100%. Yeah,
Yeah,
100%. Yeah. Um, and then as the process kind of goes through my listings, after contract, things are operating pretty standard though. So
yeah.
yeah,
Well, especially on your so on the buyer side, I'm definitely I've always vetted my clients, like you vet
right,
people differently.
right,
If it's a referral from somebody, maybe personally I would give them a little bit more leeway up front
sure,
than just somebody calling me from Zillow or another lead
right,
source. And I still do that, but now, I'm definitely vetting sort of uh, potential clients who I don't have an interaction with previously.
right.
Harder. Um, so again, like I'm going after, like, now you really need to show me a pre-approval before we even meet.
Especially if you don't know who the client is,
Yeah,
100%.
I
Yeah,
mean, and you listen, you should be doing that already, but everybody
right,
knows that there's some like give and take. Like, maybe I'll meet you at a house and then require a pre-approval before, let's see, 40 of them.
right. Yeah,
But now look, it's not worth, if you're not serious, then I'm not going to risk getting sick
right.
so you can window shop.
Totally.
So
I agree.
on the buy side, I'm vetting a little bit harder.
Hmm.
Um, the offer process is, like you said, basically the same because we
Right.
did everything electronically anyway. So electronic
Hmm.
signatures and the whole process back and forth over phone.
Right.
Under contract, I'm asking my clients not to attend their home inspection,
Right.
which is
Well,
not.
a lot of the inspectors don't want people there.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so it's really just, and this is maybe our video yesterday talking about working with a trusted lender. It's the same
Hmm.
thing with all of the vendors. Like I can say, I trust my home inspector 100%.
Right.
I'm okay. Like you should be okay not
Right.
being there and knowing that you're still going to get the full story. Is
Right.
it as good as like you walking through the house? No, but
Oh, excuse me. Yeah.
we kind of have to roll with it. So
Right.
we're FaceTiming at the end of the inspection, the inspector
Right.
and the client,
Yeah. Right.
and then everything else is really done. Again, we've been doing it
Yeah.
remotely anyway, so we were a little bit ahead of the curve,
Right.
prepared for this.
And then like, in terms of showing houses too, I mean, like, we're still showing houses.
Yeah,
Like, the strategy I've kind of been using for the most part, um, is sort of getting to the house ahead of time, walking through the house, leaving all the lights and doors open, leaving the house, and then letting the clients walk through and sort of debriefing, on the way home or something.
yeah.
Um,
You call them in the car on the way home.
yeah. Or like stand out front and, you
Yeah,
know, sort of 6 feet apart and talk.
yeah.
But so like I still want clients to be able to see houses, want to make sure we're doing it in a safe way.
And that's, I
So
think, really the takeaway from this video is,
right,
you know, now more so than ever, really, it's about um, making sure that everybody's staying safe while still
right.
continuing to operate the best way possible. People still need to move.
People
So,
still need to move. People still want to move. Yeah, yeah.
so when you're looking for an agent,
Hmm.
you know, this is just another avenue that the client can use to vet their potential realtor. Like, how are
Right,
you going to make sure that everything happens while still looking out for our safety and the integrity
right.
of the whole, social distancing and getting
That's
through
right.
this stuff. So
Yeah,
just another thing to
cool.
think about.
I agree.
Are you going to change your background for the next video
I could. I probably should.
so it looks like a
Yeah,
different day?
yeah. I will. I'll change my
Cool.
clothes. That's my closet is 30 feet down the hall there.
I'm not. I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm just going to end.
you're not good.
I'm going to end record and then I'm going to hit record again. We'll go to the next one for tomorrow.
Are you gonna shave?
No,
Are you gonna do your hair?
it's all right.
Is this hair coiffed or is this just I woke up and sat down?
It's a. It's. I woke up and then I
Hmm.
went with a little bit of water
Okay.
and then it's quarantine, man.